141 pounds, Cole Mattin. True freshman of Delta, Ohio, and Tristan Moran for the Badgers. Redshirt senior. Moran did not wrestle against Michigan State last Sunday, fell to Nick Lee last Friday. And when it comes to Nick Lee, who hasn't fallen to Nick Lee?
Yeah, you mentioned we saw 8 #1 ranked wrestlers this weekend and make it 9 because Nick Lee will be ranked #1 going into next week.
Seth Gross with a tech fall, putting Wisconsin out in front 5-3. Tristan Moran coming from Oklahoma State. He was behind two-time national champion Dean Heil. An Arizona State champion and also an Oklahoma State champion was Moran at Stillwater High School. No score 35 seconds in. Mattin was pinned in Lincoln inside of a minute by Chad Red. 141, Jim. Fun weight class.
Yeah, another wide open weight class. And gosh, we saw Max Buren yesterday look pretty good in that matchup against the All-American Patrick McKee. Nice single leg attempt there by Matt. He's going to get to his feet where he wants to be. He's on the inside of the leg, wants to stay there. That'd be a good place to do an inside trip.
See Moran attacking the hands of the Wolverines. This is where Moran is so tough. There's a takedown by Matt, and he leads it 2-0.
Just ran the pipe, and there it took him to circle him back and put a little weight on the thigh right there, and he was able to collapse him and collect the far ankle. So good start for Mattin. Well, that's what you like to see after you give up a fall against Nebraska. It looked like Chad Red was shot out of a cannon when he wrestled in that match. Came out there, immediately put the cradle on and put him down. Much better start for Mattin. And this is one of those situations we talked about in the Keys to Meet. Can Michigan steal a match here?
Mattin riding at the edge. Riding time at 40 seconds for Mattin, doing a nice job, good awareness. And now they're out of bounds. Moran was 6th at the Big Tens last year. He was 3-2 at the NCAA championships, lost in the blood round to Mitch McKee of Minnesota. That was an interesting match this year. He was behind McKee big in Minneapolis, found a way to get it done. Moran very dangerous.
Yeah, he is, and he works a lot off the other guy's offense, but he can also manufacture his own. But he just hasn't been in the lineup, and but he hasn't looked the same since then either. I don't know if anything bothered him here, but really trying to get his faculties together. He hasn't looked good coming off the mat, so I don't know if anything's bothering him here, but gave us a great interview after the win with Mitch McKee. He just doesn't seem like he does that happy self, you know.
That was a big weekend for him. He beat McKee, and then he beat Chad Red in Madison. Came from behind to win that one as well. Garnered him Big Ten Wrestler of the Week honors.
Good job by Moran, just basically scooping that bottom leg coming into a Granby. He should be able to get the reversal. Now go ahead and work the back points.
2-2 match as Moran will work on top, try to bring down that riding time built up by Mattin.
Well, he's already seen where Cradle has worked on Mattin. He's got another one locked up here. Got him spread out pretty well. Now he's driving through. He's maybe tried to lock that a little bit closer up to the head, but he gives up on the grip right there. Still in good position to finish the period. Riding time coming down.
Good battle in the opening 3 minutes.
Don't want to get too high here, but he settled back nicely. Going to finish the period in the top position.
2-2 to the second period. Michigan head coach Sean Bormet, he is a Michigan man, bleeding that Michigan blood. Second season, long time on the staff under Joe McFarland. Wrestled for Coach McFarland. Two-time Big Ten champion, two-time All-American, made the finals at 158. A great wrestling mind.
No doubt about it. That he's got to be partially thinking about those guys over in Italy right now that are Wolverines that are wrestling in the European Championships right now. And my understanding is that Amin is in the finals.
He is, and Stevan Micic
is in the
bronze.
Won the bronze medal. So he's got that type of talent coming back next year, along with Cameron Amin, redshirted this year. So good group of guys coming back.
Drew Mattin, Cole's brother, redshirting as well. And Logan Massa, an All-American.
Yeah.
I mean, Michigan, you look at what they have coming back, and then you look at a guy like Mason Paris, Caden Storr. It's be a really, really good team.
Here we go, Red. Good start.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like himself out there, Shane.
Nice pause. Bottom man set. Cover.
Moran, right off the whistle. Good quick reversal.
Yeah, but that's good work right there. I like what he did with that, that little roll through the first time, and then he comes with an elevator series to get the reversal both times, and good, tough on top. Allowing, riding time now, still counting down to 10 seconds in favor of Mattin. Headed the right way as far as Moran is concerned.
4 unanswered for the Badger Moran following the opening takedown for Mattin. 1:10 here in the second period. If you're Mattin, Jim, right now, how do you build a base?
Well, you got to free your wrist, all right? Roll your wrist out. You got to go ahead and take a page out of Jack Medley's book when he was wrestling Spencer Lee. Roll that wrist out. Don't let him get that control down there, and then you can gradually build up. But there, he's got his wrist free right now. Now, what are you going to do with that position? Because you don't have a lot of time to do it, all right? Both legs are in.
Moran working riding time up now past 40 seconds to his advantage. Moran's been in a lot of crazy matches. He beat Nick Lee at Penn State last year. Mentioned he beat McKee. He's beaten McKee 2 of the last 3 meetings. I remember at the NCAA Championships this past March in Pittsburgh, he had a match, Jimmy was down like 10-11-0 and roared back to win the match. Can never be counted out. Very dangerous, funky.
Yeah, and I think he's had to resort to a little bit more basic stuff here in this match because,
Here we go.
Gave up the early takedown, but you've got, answered it with a reversal, finished the period in the top position. It just seems to be
Bottom man set. Cover.
moving gingerly, and so you're in this position. You don't want to give up anything cheap, particularly with 22 seconds left. It's really important for him to stay in the top position. Got both legs in, got him spread out.
He's in good shape here. Center of the mat, final 10 seconds. But you're right, you can tell he just doesn't have that pop.
Yeah.
But battling through it and effective through the first 5 minutes.
Green, your choice. Where we going?
Good crowd. You and I have commented, Jim, in coming to this venue, doing a really good job
Set.
making it more of an event.
Well, it wasn't uncommon to see about 100 people in the field house, and 800 people can sound like 4,000 people. Take down there for Matt, and so he's right back into this. Chose neutral.
Watch that. Keep that legal.
And now he's got Moran pretty flat center of the mat. This one going back and forth here at 141 pounds.
Just
Fun
like
match.
a teeter-totter. Yeah, just one guy had the advantage for a while, making a ride. And Mattin sensing some weakness there on the feet.
Neutral.
Going to give it the intentional release with 127 left.
Action center.
Gets in on a leg. We'll see what he's able to go ahead and finish it. He comes out the back door right there. He's got to try to keep his ankles free. Now he comes up, and can he keep free that left ankle of his? And when your head goes down, your hips better be going into the guy. Now he gets his head up in a pretty good position. Mattin does.
Danger.
Both guys struggling right here to try to see what they can get. Looks like they'll end up in a stalemate.
Stalemate. Neutral, guys.
Good scramble. Here's another look at Mattin. Solid leg attack.
Yeah, a little snap, and he just basically reacts to the diving shot of Moran. Puts himself right back in this one.
An attack by Moran, countered there by Mattin.
Starting injury time.
And they will start injury time, and that means Mattin will have choice.
He has choice, but
Here's a good scramble. Stalemate whistled, and Moran stays on the mat.
Yeah.
Calling for the injury time. And he understands the situation, Jim. You're in a tight match. He's hurt.
Well, he certainly can be, but the thing about it is that what do you do with the choice? If you're Mattin, you go back down and give a potential to get the riding time for 7 seconds. So it's just really even if he gets out, you got to get out another 7 seconds. So likely to go ahead and go neutral.
And he's been good on his feet as well.
So for a guy who's good in the top position, really see what Mattin chooses. He's going to stay on the feet. I think that's a good choice. Got 2 takedowns in the match. A lot of guys will go down, but I think against a good leg rider here, and given the riding time, you got to stay on your feet. So it was really a no-harm situation for Moran to go ahead and take that injury time.
Good point. 45 seconds here in this third period. Moran clinging to a 5-4 lead. You can tell wounded Badger out there.
Yeah.
Wolverine can smell it.
Yeah. Holding on right there. See how he's working that elbow tie right there at the tricep level. Let's go ahead and work that back through. Oh, Mattin's able to go ahead and get to that far ankle then. Now they're in a serious scramble. If he can free that left leg, and that's been the trouble with him. Now he turns back into it. We'll see if Moran can turn back into him somehow. No. Now it's elbow deep around that leg. That's pretty tough to break, particularly with 4 seconds left.
And Tristan Moran will hang on 5-4. In comes the challenge brick from the Wolverine corner. Challenging a takedown.
Yeah, so I didn't see where he really had any control, but maybe just at the very end, but that just didn't have the time. But
here's another look at that final flurry.
Okay, elbow deep around the leg, and yeah, rolls back through. He keeps wrestling, and the leg is across the body instead of underneath it. Maybe from the Michigan coach's angle, I think they might have got it, but see how the leg is across the back right there? When they end up here, it doesn't end up in a crab ride position. They end up one leg's all the way across, not on one leg on each side. So
yeah, I don't think this is going to change. Like you said, the leg is on the outside.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they'd call that too.
So if Michigan loses this challenge, they will be out of challenges for the remainder of this duel. There you see Tristan Moran. Gutty performance here today for Wisconsin. Mentioned last week he did not wrestle against Michigan State.
The call on the mat is confirmed. No takedown.
There it's confirmed, no takedown. The week previous on the road trip to Indiana and Purdue, he did not wrestle against the Hoosiers, so he's missed a little time. But gets it done here today. And even the body language right there, you can tell.
Yeah.
Fortunate to get the W this afternoon.
Gutty performance, as you mentioned.